My name is Olivia, and today, I want to share a very special story with you. It's a story about my battle with something big and frightening, depression. But don't worry, this story is also filled with hope, love, and courage. By listening to my journey, you will learn some important lessons and also improve your English skills. So, let's begin. Once upon a time, I was a happy girl who loved to play, laugh, and enjoy every moment of life. I had many friends, a loving family, and big dreams for the future. But one day, everything changed. I started feeling sad and tired all the time, as if a dark cloud had settled over my heart and mind. At first, I thought it was just a bad day or a passing mood. But days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. The sadness didn't go away, getting out of bed became difficult, and the things I once loved no longer brought me joy. Even being around my family and friends didn't make me feel better. I didn't understand what was happening to me, and that confusion made me feel even worse. I tried to hide my feelings and put on a brave face. I didn't want anyone to know I was struggling. I was afraid they wouldn't understand or that they might think less of me. But deep inside, I felt lost and alone. The more I ignored my feelings, the heavier the dark cloud became. As time passed, hiding my pain became harder. I started pulling away from my friends and family. I stopped going to social events and lost interest in activities I once loved. My grades in school began to drop, and I felt like I was failing at everything. I was drowning in my own sadness, but I didn't know how to ask for help. One day, my best friend, Emma, noticed something was wrong. She looked at me with concern and gently asked, "Are you okay?" For the first time, I didn't know how to respond. I wanted to tell the truth, to say, "No, I'm not okay," but the words got stuck in my throat. Instead, I forced a smile and said, "I'm fine." But Emma wasn't convinced. She kept asking questions, trying to cheer me up. Her kindness warmed my heart, making me feel a little better. Yet, even then, I couldn't bring myself to open up, not to Emma, not to anyone, not even at home. My parents started noticing the change in me too. They asked if something was wrong, but I just shrugged it off. I didn't want to worry them or make them think I was weak. I kept telling myself that I could handle it on my own. But the truth was, I was falling apart, and I didn't know how to stop it. One day, something inside me broke. I couldn't pretend anymore. I couldn't keep hiding my pain. I felt like I had reached the end of my rope, with no hope left. And I didn't know what to do. That's when I finally gathered the courage to talk to someone. I decided to tell my mom about my feelings. When I sat down with her, my hands were shaking, and my heart was pounding. I took a deep breath and let the words spill out. I told her about the sadness, the dark cloud that wouldn't go away, and how lost and alone I felt. To my surprise, my mom didn't look disappointed or angry. Instead, she wrapped her arms around me in a warm hug and said, "Everything will be okay." She assured me that I wasn't alone and promised to help me find a way to feel better. With my mom's support, I decided to see a counselor at school. Her name was Mrs. Johnson. And she was a kind, gentle woman who made me feel safe from the moment I walked into her office. She listened to my story with kindness and understanding. There was no judgment in her eyes, only compassion. She gently explained that what I was feeling was called depression and that many people experienced it. "You're not alone," she said. "And there are ways to manage it and feel better." With the support of Mrs. Johnson and my mom, I began my journey to recovery. Mrs. Johnson taught me simple but powerful techniques to cope with my emotions. She introduced me to mindfulness, which helped me stay present and calm. She also encouraged me to keep a journal where I could express my thoughts and feelings freely. My mom made sure I had a strong support system. She spoke to my teachers and close friends, letting them know what I was going through so they could support me. And Emma, my best friend, never left my side. She checked on me every day, making sure I was okay. Her friendship meant the world to me. I also learned the importance of self-care. I started eating healthier, exercising, and making sure I got enough sleep. Taking care of myself didn't fix everything overnight. But little by little, I began to feel stronger. I found new hobbies and activities that brought me joy, like painting and playing the piano. These little moments of happiness helped me heal. Slowly but surely, the dark cloud began to lift. As I continued my journey, I discovered a strength within me that I never knew existed. I realized that I was stronger than I had ever imagined. I had faced my darkest days and made it through to the other side. I learned that it's okay to ask for help and that I didn't have to go through life alone. My experience with depression taught me valuable lessons about resilience and hope. I now understand how important it is to take care of my mental health and surround myself with people who support and uplift me. I also learned that it's okay to have bad days and that healing takes time. It's not a race, it's a journey, and every step forward counts. Now, I want to share my story with others in the hope that it will inspire and help those who might be going through something similar. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to talk about your feelings. You are not alone, and there is always hope. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it has touched your heart and reminded you that no matter how dark things may seem, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Stay strong, believe in yourself, and never give up. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video.